E A P U O W R S O E T T C T S O K H P. You'll know what it means. Hello again, listeners. 2 weeks is a long time to be away from the radio, but I do have stuff to do, so oh well. Last week, or was it 2 weeks ago? I don't know. We had to find a place for the boys to stay and hide out in. All of us offered up our places. Me, Pluto, MS, and Ari. But of us four, only two of us have actual homes or places. I have my studio, and Pluto has her workshop. MS lives part-time with Pluto and part-time who knows where, and Ari only lives in the sewers, and even after all the three have gone through, none of them could stand the sewers. Or the rats. They hate rats, the boys do. Not that we would have let them stay in the sewers anyway. Currently, they're moving between hideouts. They stayed with me for a bit. A few days at most. But then I went on a cleaning spree, which meant reorganizing everything in the studio. All the books and journals flew off the shelves. And by that I mean they were lying on the floor as I sorted through what's important and needed, what can go, and what might be given to the others. I went to take a break, just to get a snack, and in that time, another fire started. It's not Venus's fault. He can't control his flames. But still, at least a quarter of the journals and books were burned. I still don't know what we've lost. But at least the boxes weren't there, thank goodness. And we put the fire out before it spread any further. It was at that moment that Venus decided that they needed to move, and I agreed. It's not because of the fire, but bounties have been put over their heads. It's far too dangerous for them to stay in the megacity. Or together. Imagine that. The escapees of the lab all together. Bounties over their heads for helping me. Isn't that wonderful? Anyways, they made their way down to the Undercity. Through the sewers, despite all of the protests. It's the safest way down that won't get them caught. Then they stayed with Pluto, which I know she was grateful for. Smiley has been a great help in the workshop with the machines, I heard, and for the most part, Pluto's workshop isn't flammable, so Venus is currently staying there. Belmont's been trying to reach out to their other friends, one of those friends being January. Remember him? He hasn't had much luck, but that's also because of lack of devices and stuff. Well, he didn't have much luck, that is, until he came to visit me in the studio. I told them not to come to the megacity. It's too dangerous. Who knows what the citizens will do if they see us, and what the scientists will do. But of course, they didn't listen. I know Smiley and Belmont have contacts, but aside from that, they have no ways to disguise themselves. So, imagine how panicked and worried I was when I heard a knock on my door and saw Belmont, of all people, standing there clear as day. He asked if I could try reaching out to Jan and one of their other friends, Tinker, through, well, any means I had, I guess, which probably meant the radio. I warned Monty that there would probably not be any response or anything, but we tried it nonetheless. We couldn't say who was speaking. Me, obviously, because we were only sending the set to the people in the megacity. If I did it right. I'm not sure, I'm still kind of new to this, I guess. Anyways, we tried it after Belmont told me what to say. Cryptic, and only the people we were trying to reach would know what it meant, he said. Heck, even I don't understand it, but I guess the message wasn't meant for me anyway. We didn't wait for a reply. I don't think Belmont was looking for one. Once we sent the message out, he said, "That's all we needed, thanks," and got up to leave. When I asked what it meant, all he said was, "They'll know what it means. The question is, will they do as we asked?" and left. Cryptic. I'm liking these guys more and more. The next day, Smiley showed up. He was riding a motorbike. Wherever in the name of stars he got the motorbike, I'm not sure, but it was nice. It was orange like his beanie, and white. There were numbers on the side, 375. That's it. I didn't really understand it, but anyways. Smiley came with the same request Belmont had, but a different message, or at least a different code. I think they prepared for this sort of thing, which is weird to think about, but it also explains why they've been so calm. Or maybe they're struggling to process it all. What happens if they don't find the people they're looking for? Do they have a plan B? And doesn't MS have a way to reach Jan anyways? Why don't they just ask them? So many questions, and yet so little answers. But I suppose I'll never get an answer, because I'm not meant to understand either of the messages they sent. That would defeat the purpose of a code in the first place. I haven't seen them as of late because they're actually listening to us when we say, "Don't go to the megacity, damn it." Pluto's been keeping them busy too. She could use the extra hands. Or they actually found who they were looking for. I doubt it somehow. Gut feeling. When Smiley came to visit, I noticed his watch. It's the very same watch around my own wrist. Emits a soft, colored glow. Mine's purple, his is orange. The time told by a hologram in the center. I asked him where he got his, and he said one of his friends gave it to him for his birthday, just a month before they were kidnapped. When I asked who that friend was, he said it was Tinker, one of the friends they were trying to reach. It makes sense now. The initials on the back. It's a crafter's mark. TA. Tinker Alderson. I feel like he can help us. It's more or less just a gut feeling, but I feel like he can help us out of the megacity. According to Smiley, he's been on the run for quite a bit now, which is why none of them know how to reach Tinker. But they must. Otherwise, we're all at a dead end. I think Venus is having an eternal meltdown. MS can barely move anymore due to her foot, but Smiley promised them that he'd tinker with theirs. No pun intended. I don't really know what Belmont's been up to, aside from trying to reach their friends. Pluto's been busy with her business. Actually, I asked Pluto about the business the other day. Since the boys can't come to the megacity, Pluto's been busy, and MS can't run, I've been getting food for all of us. It's quite a lot of food, by the way. I need more bags. Oh, whoops. Okay. The last time I visited her, I asked about her business. All I really knew was that she was messing with machines, but I didn't really know what they were for. She said that there's this kind of battle of machines, I guess, in the Undercity, and whenever the machines break down, people come to her for repairs. A kind of bot battle, I guess. I asked if that was allowed. Pluto shrugged and said that the under citizens don't really care if it's legal or not because the megacity government doesn't. I guess that's fair. I wonder how big those machines actually are. Aside from Smiley, none of us are allowed in that part of the workshop. Maybe they could help us. Actually, I really don't have the energy, nor the patience, nor the mental capacity to care if we escape or not. Not right now, anyways. I'm really tired, honestly. I don't get enough sleep. Smiley's been getting at me for that. But he has the same problem. And anyways, it's not like I want to stay up thinking, but that's just how my brain works, I guess. Actually, I don't really want to sleep. I know I'm contradicting myself here, but it's hard to explain. I want to sleep and be energized and everything, but I also don't like the dreams that come with sleep. Anyways, you know how the boys are trying to reach their friends? I've been trying to do the same thing, trying to reach Scott, the real Scott. But then sometime yesterday I realized, I don't know, I just don't care anymore. He doesn't anymore. Or maybe he does, but anyways, I can't risk my friends' lives. Been there, done that. Remember what happened at the lab? I don't know what happened to him. He wasn't like this. But people change, I guess. Everything does. What was I saying again? Never mind. It doesn't matter. Good night, listeners. Keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground. Good night.